Do not hide your pain, but do not let it consume you. There is a mistaken image that hovers over Stoicism, that the Stoic is someone insensitive, cold, indifferent to the pains of the world and to their own wounds. As if being Stoic meant silencing the heart, swallowing tears, and walking like a dry rock among life's ruins. But that idea isn't Stoicism. That's a distortion. True Stoicism doesn't ask you to become stone. It invites you to be a river, constant, deep, and resilient, even when the banks overflow. Emotional pain is real. It visits us on the most unlikely days, sometimes without warning, sometimes with signs we ignore. It sits beside us, silent, and moves through us like an echo that refuses to fade. It hurts to lose. It hurts to be disappointed, to be rejected, misunderstood, left behind. It hurts when life changes without our consent, and no one, absolutely no one, escapes this. Not even the wisest, the most virtuous, or the most disciplined. And this is exactly where Stoicism shines. Not because it promises to remove pain, but because it offers us a way to face it without surrendering. The Stoics didn't deny suffering. They didn't pretend to be okay or hide behind masks of emotional perfection. What they did, and teach us to do, is to look pain in the eye, recognize it as part of the human experience, and still choose to go on. Without noise, without spectacle, without self-deception. Being Stoic isn't about silencing the heart. It's about teaching it not to scream in desperation at every wound. It's about creating within yourself a firm space of silence, where even your deepest pain can be heard, without being worshipped, without being romanticized, without becoming the center of everything. Because when pain is idolized, it becomes a prison. But when it is understood, it can become a passage. Ataraxia, that state of serenity so valued by the Stoics, is not some heavenly peace where nothing affects us. No, it is far darker, and for that reason, more authentic. It's the peace built while everything falls apart. The silence earned in the middle of the noise. The steadiness of one who, even inwardly in ruins, refuses to be consumed by their own storm. Ataraxia is not the absence of pain, it is the presence of clarity. Do not hide your pain. Don't pretend you're fine when you're not. There is no virtue in denying what is tearing you apart. But also, don't feed this suffering to the point where it becomes who you are. Don't allow pain to consume you to the point that you forget there is life beyond it. Stoicism doesn't say, stop feeling. It says, don't become a slave to what you feel. Because you are not your sadness. You are not the abandonment you suffered. You are not the mistake you made. You are the one who remains, even after the fall. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor surrounded by wars, plagues, losses, and betrayals, wrote in his journals words never meant to be read by others. And yet, each one of them carries a silent strength, almost desperate, almost divine. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." That is not coldness. That is resistance. It is wisdom born from pain, but not fed by it. The coldness that many see in Stoicism is, in truth, self-control. And self-control is not repression, but a mature choice. It is deciding that no matter how much everything hurts, you still get to choose the next word, the next step, the next thought. It is possible to feel deeply and at the same time preserve your integrity. It is possible to cry inwardly and still be someone's source of strength. It is possible to be on the edge and still not lose yourself. That doesn't make you less human. It makes you more conscious of your soul's depth. The world will try to push us to extremes. Either we too fragile and everything breaks us, or we harden to the point of feeling nothing. Stoicism, however, offers a middle path, difficult but real. A path where we feel with intensity, but choose with clarity. Where we suffer but don't drown. Where we fall but learn to rise with more lightness, more wisdom, more silence, and less drama. If there is pain in you today, Welcome it. Don't run. But also don't feed it with destructive thoughts, with stories you tell yourself to remain a prisoner of your sadness. Allow yourself to move through it, like someone walking through a dark forest. Afraid, yes, but courageous too. With small steps, but steady ones. And with the certainty that there is, even if you can yet see it, a way out on the other side. Because there is. And maybe, when you reach it, you'll understand what the Stoics meant all along. Pain is part of life, but you are greater than it.